That's not the sound my phone is supposed to make, but okay. As you can see, I'm still getting set up. Oh my god. Hi, it's working, thank God. I'm already like so sleepy, it sucks. I really wanted to run like a full hour tonight, especially because I didn't last night because I was too sleepy. And then tonight it's like, oh, well you're gonna have literally 30 minutes of technical problems is what you're gonna have. There we go, about time. I have to fix my mother's medicine for a week. She has like a pill box and she takes like literally almost 20 pills a day, and so I have to put the right pills in the right day in the right health box. She's disabled, she has no she can't do it, she like literally can't do it. So I still have to do that before bed, and I still have to do the dialogue on the page before bed, which shouldn't take long, it's only 4 points. I have to do all that, and I'm already sleepy. Thank you so much, computer, for ruining everything. Oh, sorry. Is that better? I was too. What were you up to? Aww. I was excited about stream too until my computer started fucking up on me. God, the 2 pages after this are gonna be so bad. They're gonna be awful. Hey, Azen! Hello. I don't understand that meme, but... This is gonna be a nice, cheerful page where nothing bad happens. That's a bad ad. You can't hear me say that, but... Hello! What did you do last night, Elsa? Excuse me. Oh my god. Photoshop, please. This is really bad. Every once in a while, yeah. Well, this is gonna take forever. Oh, that didn't actually take forever. Yeah, I remember this was the one that I accidentally made too small. I'm very annoyed about it. Sorry it's not very interesting to watch me play around with files. That's gonna have to be what it is for a few minutes. Hey, Kodai! I forgot if I was saving the text-free versions with speech bubbles or not. God. I've been saving them without speech bubbles. Of course I have. But now I don't know if I need to save them with the speech bubbles or without them. I probably should have been saving them with the speech bubbles all this time. Well, no, I should have saved them without them for the person doing the dub, but I should save them with them for the person doing the translation, I guess. I can't save 3 separate versions of every page. That would drive me bonkers. Okay, just loading forever, I guess. Come on, really? So when you say stay conscious for going to sleep, you mean instead of just gradually falling asleep, go directly from one to the other? Oh my god, Photoshop, it's not that hard. You big baby. That sounds interesting. You know, that's one of the ways you can lucid dream, actually. I'm like a huge nerd about lucid dreaming. Probably shouldn't get me started, because I will never shut up. Oh, fuck me. I forgot why I had to fuck with the blankets on this fucking... God damn it. Who's Kira? That's just a regular old everyday child sleeping in the bed. I would be pretty mad about that too. Also, yeah, I'm like, I know so much shit about sleep. I study sleep for fun. That's my hobby. So if you truly want to hear me nerd out about sleep, I will oblige. Oh my god. Okay, so a really cool thing about sleep is lucid dreaming. That's basically what that means is you're asleep and you're dreaming, but you know that you're asleep and you're dreaming. So your dream is, in effect, something that you're aware of. You're aware of your dream state, which means you can manipulate it. You can do things like talk to dead relatives, fly around, all that cool dream stuff. There are two ways to lucid dream. The first way is to... Okay, so the bed was always like that. I can't modify it from here. The first way is to realize that you're dreaming while you're still in the dream. The second way is to force yourself to stay conscious as your body falls asleep. Yeah, when you play around with dreams, it's very easy to get nightmares, so it's like, you kind of have to sort of like, do I really want to fuck around with this? Oh, bad. Oh my god! Archie, we missed you Thursday! Okay, staying up was totally worth it if I could catch Archie. Archie! We missed you on Thursday. Oh my god, that's right. You're in the path of the hurricane, aren't you? Please stay safe, hon, okay? How close are you? Is it like really dangerous where you are? That's really good. Jesus Christ. Definitely stay inside where it's safe. Mother hen mode absolutely activated. Hey Jay! I hate Amber Alerts. Oh my god, that noise is so scary. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy. I can't believe my sleep schedule is like this. So another cool thing about sleep is, where the hell was I? Okay, lucid dreaming. That's when you know you're in a dream. You are in the dream, but you know that you're dreaming, so you can control it. You can fly around, you can talk to dead people, whatever you want to do. One way is to stay conscious while falling asleep, which is actually kind of scary because you will usually hallucinate if you can stay. There's part of your brain that like shuts down when you go to bed. I'm not working at all. I'm so tired. I don't know how much drawing I'm gonna get done. Maybe I'll open up the, So there's a part of your brain that shuts down when you go to bed. And, one of the things that shuts down is your ability to move. It's so that you don't, like, run around your house when you're running around a dream at night. Your body becomes paralyzed. And if you are conscious during that paralysis, it's usually kind of scary. You can hallucinate auditory hallucinations or visual hallucinations. And that's what sleep paralysis is. It's when you wake up before your body wakes up, and you can't move your body. So you're awake, but you can't move. That's sleep paralysis. So it's like when you fall asleep and you try to stay conscious while falling asleep, it's kind of like reverse sleep paralysis. You're paralyzed and then you go into the dream instead of waking up from the dream and you're still paralyzed. I actually had sleep paralysis like a couple of nights ago. It woke me up and scared the shit out of me. It's very, very unpleasant. So then the other way to tell that you're in a... Kinda, yeah. The other way to tell that you're in a lucid dream is... Holy shit, I didn't want to open that. The other way to tell you're in a lucid dream is, dream checks. When you're in the dream, if you realize that you're dreaming, that's the easiest way for most people to realize, to have a lucid dream. And dream checks are really interesting because you can do a lot of different things to test and see if you're dreaming. The main thing is to, like, you have to convince your brain, which is asleep, to sort of wake up and notice the details that would give you away as dreaming. Yeah, a lot of people think that sleep paralysis is caused by demons because it is so scary. You can't move, obviously, and there's usually, like, really, really deafeningly loud noises. Like, the loudest noise you've ever heard. It would pop your eardrums if it was real. A lot of times you'll feel the bed shaking or you'll feel like you're suffocating. Some people hallucinate during sleep paralysis as well, but both times I've had it, I've known what it is when I had it because I've read so much about sleep, and I kept my eyes closed because I didn't want to see anything. Something muerto? That means death, right? But yeah, sleep paralysis is super scary. And mine a couple of nights ago, like, really fucked me up. Yep. That's exactly it. Save this. And so, that's one way to get into a lucid dream, is to remain conscious while you fall asleep, but it's unpleasant. Hello! It's unpleasant, so a lot of people don't do that. So then the other way is to realize you're in a dream. And the dream checks, there's a lot of them. One of the things you can't do in dreams is read, because the part of your brain that keeps the words in order isn't online. I'm working on a comic page, but I don't really want to work on it because I'm tired and it's late. So I might poke at this fan art of sk8r Girl and fuku fire. Well, I was asleep, so my eyes were already closed. I didn't, like, open them. Like, you have control of your eyes, and you can breathe, but you can't really, like, move around. So, like, I could twitch my toes and my fingers, but I couldn't, like, I wouldn't be able to, like, get up out of bed. The first time I managed to roll over a little, and my whole body felt like it was pins and needles. The second time I just laid really, really still until it was over. Yeah, you can look at a clock, you can try to read things, because the part of your brain that, the part of your brain that, keeps the letters in order doesn't work. So when you read something or check a clock, it will look one way, and then when you look again, it'll look a different way. The same goes for trying to draw. You can't keep the image on the page because your brain can't keep up with that when it's asleep. You can look at your hands. Sometimes you have less or more fingers when you're in a dream. You can also... Pinching yourself doesn't work because if you... Shall we put on something happier? Pinching yourself doesn't work because if you pinch yourself in the dream, you expect to feel pain, so you're actually going to feel pain. So that's a myth that doesn't work. Another thing is when you're in a dream, you can flip a light switch and the light level will stay basically the same. You can also breathe underwater in dreams. And if you look in a mirror in dreams, your reflection won't be right. It's kind of different for everyone what you see, but it's usually just kind of distorted because your brain can't keep up with those details. A lot of people say not to do it because it'll freak you out. So I've never done it, but apparently it's really something. And I've always wanted to lucid dream. I've only done it like a couple of times, and it was only for a few seconds each time. Once you realize you're in a dream, the hard part is not waking up. Because when you realize you're in a dream, your body kind of immediately wants to wake you up. So truly, my problem has always been staying asleep once I realize I'm there. I can realize I'm there pretty easily, but I can't stay asleep. One of the things you can do to stay asleep is spin. That's super cool and I'm super jealous. Yeah, I've never had a lucid nightmare because usually when I dream, if I know that I'm dreaming, I immediately wake up. Another cool sleep fact is people who play video games are less likely to have nightmares because we get used to controlling a 3D environment that we're not really in, like a fake 3D environment. And so that helps us when we go into the dreams, which are basically the same thing. They recommend playing video games to veterans who come home with PTSD. Yep, me too, Jay. That sounds like an awesome kick-ass dream. Another cool thing about the human sleep cycle is it is actually slightly more than 24 hours. So we have a natural compulsion to stay up just a few minutes later each day. But we can also alter it about 30 minutes a day with no real bad effects. So we can stay up, like, if you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, it's not going to fuck you over because the human body is wired to be able to change like 30 minutes a day. So it's not that far off from your circadian rhythm naturally. Which is how, if you guys have ever seen The Martian, which I think is a great movie, Mark Watney on Mars, the Martian day is slightly longer than the Earth one. That's how come his brain wasn't totally fucked up, because you can alter your circadian rhythm like 30 minutes a day and it's not really that bad. So most people sleep in one big chunk. They go to bed and then they wake up in the morning. But that's not actually how we always did it. Back in the 1800s, humans used to wake up for about 2 hours every night. They would sleep 3 or 4 hours, wake up for 1 or 2 hours, and then sleep for 3 or 4 more hours. And it was like such a common thing that they all called it like the first sleep and the second sleep. They did that because, particularly in the winter, the nights were very long. And it was like a known thing. And one of the things that you can do in like your wakeful period, you can actually do a lot of things. They used to do a lot of things. It was the best time to conceive a child. It was a good time to pray. It was a good time to visit your neighbors if you were extroverted, or read, anything like that. And it was just generally it was like something everybody did, you know? But when it came to... Me too, buddy. When it came to artificial lighting kind of put a damper on that, because we could stay up later. We didn't have to go to bed with the sun, and so that made us more tired, and we sort of cut that out of our sleep schedule. But it is called interrupted sleep, or biphasic sleep, because there's 2 phases. There's also a thing where you can... Okay, so the most important part of sleep is REM sleep. It stands for rapid eye movement. That's the part of sleep where you dream. You actually have about 7 or 8 dreams a night. You just don't really remember them because they're usually not very vivid. So people who say they don't dream, they do dream because you kind of have to dream. If you don't have sleep where you dream, it's not restorative to your body. I never know when dreams aren't real. When I'm having, like, when I know that I'm gonna have a nightmare, my brain will, like, automatically redirect me away from it. Like, if you're going in a video game and you know which room the boss is in, because you just get a feeling about that room, it's kind of like that. Like, oh shit, the bad guy's in there, don't go that way, and then you just don't have the bad dream. My brain is also very good at waking me up when I have a bad dream, but it just means that I wake up a lot of times each night. Before my trip, I used to wake up about 4 times a night. And I would get my sleep in little chunks, which is what I was saying. Biphasic sleep and polyphasic sleep is when you sleep in 2 phases or more than 2 phases. And because rapid eye movement, which is the sleep that you get when you dream, is really the most important restorative sleep, some people a while back did some experiments to see, you know, because when you have a sleep cycle, a full sleep cycle from falling asleep to the finish is about 90 minutes, which is why they recommend an hour and a half as the optimal time for a nap. If you wake up between sleep cycles, you don't have as much trouble getting out of bed. And you are more well rested in general. So that's why a lot of people try to time their sleep to get 3, 6, 9 hours, because it all depends on being able to wake up in the middle of a sleep schedule. Yeah, but that's like mundane logic. You can't escape a volcano eruption in real life, but in a dream you can just do whatever you want. You're god of that world. That's why they recommend playing video games, because video games will just teach you to manipulate that shit. Yeah, that's an auditory hallucination. And it's really common when you wake up very abruptly.
Thank you, guys.
That's a little bit what sleep paralysis is like. For me, anyway, I remember the first time I had sleep paralysis, I was really frustrated about something that was happening in the dream. Like, not scared, just like frustrated and pissed off. And I, did one of those things where you scream, not even like screaming out of fear, but just like, "Urgh!" into the pillow or whatever. And I remember the scream got like stuck in my ears and kept repeating over and over and over. Like, if you have a speaker and you have that endless feedback going, kind of like that, and it got stuck and it kept getting louder and louder and louder and louder until it was like making me go deaf. And my bed was shaking and I couldn't breathe. And I woke up and I realized what was happening, and I was like, okay, just keep your eyes closed and just wait it out. and I like tried to roll myself over and move as much as I could to sort of get it, you know, like over with. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, it's super scary. But when you train yourself, like, you can train yourself to wake up when shit like that happens. I wake myself up all the time from nightmares where I'm, like, falling. That's, like, my least favorite kind of dream to have, when I'm falling down somewhere. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And I've literally just trained my brain to wake me up, because I'm not interested. The bad thing is that it jumps the gun sometimes and wakes me up too quickly. But no, like I was saying, some people a few years ago, they did some experiments on because your sleep schedule is 90 minutes and only like a few minutes of that is REM sleeping. You technically only need about 2 hours of REM sleep a night, I think. And so they were trying to eliminate those other... What do you want? I have a cat on the arm of my chair. What? No. Oh, Fuzzy. You're the one who jumped up here. Oh. What? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? Oh. Down you get. So they were trying to eliminate those other 6 hours of sleep that are basically just your brain working up to REM sleep and coming down after it. And so they studied it, and it turns out that soldiers in war will often drop straight into REM sleep after significant sleep deprivation. Yes, I am. And so what they did was this guy gave himself a schedule where he would nap for 30 minutes and then wait like 6 hours and nap for 30 more minutes, and he would take 4 30-minute naps a day, and that was all he would get. And like the first couple of weeks he was suffering like severe sleep deprivation and he was like tripping balls, but then eventually his body would drop straight into REM sleep and skip all that other bullshit. And he said he was more productive, he had more time. He wanted to try it because you spend like a third of your life asleep, and he wanted more time. And he said it worked pretty well, but if he didn't get his nap immediately on schedule, he would absolutely bug out. So eventually he stopped because he also didn't know if it had any long-term effects. And that was the only experiment ever performed on it, as far as I know. But you don't actually need like 8 hours of sleep, you need 2 hours of REM sleep. Which is why people who have nightmares don't feel rested in the morning because, oh, that sucks. Because they're not actually getting any REM sleep, even though they've been in bed for a long time. Did I? I don't remember. Thank you, Nightbot. You asked for all my cool sleep facts, so I am going ape. You can totally train yourself out of nightmares. Like, it's super possible. I did it. The one downside is I wake up too often. Like, I trained myself to wake up when I was having bad dreams, but sometimes my brain jumps the gun, and it's like not that bad of a dream. You can chill out, but it wakes me up anyway. That's why I wake up so many times a night. But since coming back from DC, my sleep schedule has been all kinds of weird. Which I guess is why I had a sleep paralysis episode, because my brain just doesn't even know what the fuck anymore. I've only had sleep paralysis twice, and neither time I've had a visual hallucination, so I think I'm pretty lucky in that regard. I think it was pretty mild both times, because I've literally trained my body to, like, not fuck around. It knows how to wake up. It doesn't know how to do much else, but it knows how to wake up. No, I do not. What's an exploitation dream? Oh. Maybe you should figure out if you can turn it off. That's cool. Oh, that would fuck me up. I never want to have one of those. I would rather wake up like 50 times a night than have one of those even once. I'm so sorry, that sounds awful. I usually just wander around places looking for shit. That's why so many of my dreams are like, they lead into like a door and I'm like, oh, that's the nightmare door, don't go in there. Oh, wait, what are these? Oh, hang on. Let me connect on my phone, and then you can resend them. Okay, resend those, Archie, if you don't mind. Oh, shit! Holy fuck, dude, are you sure you're gonna be okay? That's like a lot of water, and it's not even close to done yet. You guys don't need to evacuate, do you? Did you get like an evacuation notice? Yeah, it's raining somewhere else. It's raining in Texas. Okay, just be really careful, and if they tell you to evacuate, you go, okay? Don't fuck around. Hurricanes are serious shit. What's your, check your weather with Nightbot. I want to see what your weather thing says. I forget which town you live in. Good. Of course it did. I wonder if it's just for your area because of the hurricane, or if it would do that for mine too. By the way, guys, Nightbot, or fuck, not Nightbot, Super finally beat my record on Endless Sands. So I gotta get him back. He keeps telling me to beat his record on Undyne, but I literally can't play Undyne well enough. I suck at it. So I gotta beat him on Sands again. Not tonight, but sometime. That's so wild. How come it does me and not Archie? Wait, what's yours again? I'm gonna try typing it. 77015. Oh, wait, you got it. Heavy thunderstorm rain with a temperature of 78. 17 miles an hour? Jesus shit. You be careful, Archie. Don't make me come over there. Fuck. Jesus. Well, if you ever want Nightbot to check the weather for you again, you know where to find them. We had a hurricane a few years ago that caused like major flooding, and we're like hours inland. Oh, Jesus, that sucks. I'm glad they left then. I hope they are too. But of course, I'm most worried about you. Yeah, but like how far elevated? I live in a house on a hill. That doesn't mean that when Hurricane Joaquin rolled through, I was completely safe. Six steps is not very many. You just be careful. I know I keep saying that, but... Are you guys like stocked up on supplies and everything? You got food, bottled water? I read somewhere that you should keep all your devices charged as much as you can because your power is probably going to go out. That's good. When Joaquin came through in South Carolina, it rained so much that the ground was so saturated it couldn't hold the trees anymore. That's a very Sans thing of you to say. Yeah, it couldn't hold the trees in anymore because it was mush. And so even the slightest breeze would just pull them up out of the ground entirely. And so they were knocking out fire alarms. They were knocking out power lines. I'm really tired. Has it been an hour yet? It has been an hour. I'm gonna finish lining this and then call it a night. It was very disastrous because we live in a very foresty area and it's like nothing but trees here. How can you have zero hurricane experience? You live in Florida, honey. Florida has hurricanes for fun every other Wednesday. I know, I'm like so surprised too, like, what? Oh no. Oh yeah, you never been to Florida? Florida loves to rain. It rains like every goddamn day in Florida. Okay, that's fair. Surely you'd think once in 14 years, though, Florida would have a hurricane. Ugh, I hate hands. I've never been in a fire, so you have some experience on me. Okay, I don't feel like drawing this hand right now because I'm like really tired. That's not bad. Like, it's not the best work I've ever done, but it doesn't suck completely. So I am gonna go. They have tropical storms every day in Florida, literally for fun. It's like, oh, it's Florida afternoon. It's time to rain. We gotta rain every day. Gotta rain every day in Florida. If it doesn't rain in Florida, then it doesn't count as a real Florida day. It's a somewhere else day. That's what Florida does, it rains. And it's actually one of my favorite parts about Florida is the weather. I don't know why everybody shit talks Florida. I really love it down there. It's a great country. Yeah, I'm gonna go. And I will see you guys next week, because I still gotta do the dialogue for the page and my mom's medicine box, and I'm really tired. Of course it was while you're in Florida. I hope that I get to go back to Florida someday soon, because I really miss it down there. I fucking love Florida. It's great. Great, great Florida. Love it. Okay, I'm really going now. I didn't say a great country, it's great country. There's a difference. Kind of like South Carolina is bad country. Never come to South Carolina. It's cursed. Thank you. Good night, you guys. I missed you guys so much. I'm really glad to see you again. And I'll see you for more streaming next week. Hopefully my sleep schedule will be fixed by then. Anyway, yes. Good night!